Well, hello. Welcome back. 欢迎回来to my diary. This is April 15, week number 5 of the coronavirus social distancing. And this is Wisdom Wednesday. Oh yeah, how is that for a cheesy name for the scene? Um, Wednesday is when I'm going to be talking about my culture, maybe giving you some folklore, proverb, and generally talking about Chinese and Taiwanese related stuff. That is also why I just played you one of the most popular modern Chinese early 80s popular song. It's called Sandy Banks of Shanghai. If you'll excuse me for 1 second, I'm going to grab my headset so you guys can hear me better. When I'm playing instrument, I keep my headset to one side because otherwise it's really loud. I imagine even with the headset set aside, it's still pretty loud. But when I'm speaking, I like to have the headset on me just so it's a little bit less straining on my voice. I don't have to try to speak as if I want the whole house to hear me. Although some people would say that generally how I speak all the time anyway. Um, First, a little bit of sad news. Mr. John Prine, one of my favorite folk country singer, passed away last Tuesday due to the coronavirus. So, uh, God bless his soul. I know that. Uh, as a tribute, I uploaded a cover song I did called Day Is Done. That was a song written and performed by John Prime, and the cover song was performed by myself and my beautiful girlfriend. You guys can find that. It should be the entry right before this video. I uploaded that last night. So as I said, Wisdom Wednesday, we're going to talk about some Chinese related cultures and stuff like that. Um, so First, let me address one thing that a lot of people are saying. Well, why is it that China only has 3 cities infected while the rest of the world, every other nation, getting infected everywhere? How come China got off so easily? Did they created this whole thing? Um, Now, I'm not going to pretend that I know. I'm not going to stand here and say that China didn't create this or illustrate it or orchestrate it somehow. Um, I will say that I don't believe they did. I think it was a clumsy thing to do if they meant for this to be some kind of a biological or germ warfare or something like that. But I'm going to give you my take on why China and also in relation Taiwan may have gotten off so lightly with the coronavirus. A big part is in China and Taiwan, people are very used to following orders. If you look at modern Chinese history, we've gone through Second World War being, well, having our asses kicked by the Japanese. There has been tons of civil war, and the authorities changed hands, and then the country was fragmented into two, into Taiwan and China. And so there has been a lot of chaos, a lot of warfare, a lot of unrest in the modern Chinese history. All is to say that Chinese people, we are very used to taking orders. Government tell us to stay home, we stay home. Government tell us to wear mask, we wear mask. Obviously, there are some, like a small percentage, especially the young people, that feel that it's my freedom, I should do whatever I want and stuff like that. But for the most part, Chinese people are very docile. Chinese people are very command oriented. The government tells us to do something, we do something because for the longest time, that's your only choice. Government tell you to do something, you don't do it, they take you away, and no one ever hear from you ever again. So that is my explanation on why countries like Taiwan and China have gotten off so lightly. Although considering the death toll in China, I don't know how anyone can say they got off lightly. Just that they have a bigger population and they didn't get the whole country infected doesn't mean that they planned the whole thing. At least that's my opinion. Anyway, take it or leave it. Who am I anyway? I don't really know what I'm talking about. um, Now let's talk about what I know. That something that I know what I'm talking about. Anger management. Uh, Many people talk about anger, and many people have problems dealing with anger. Uh, no matter if it's the most lowly homeless person or the high and mighty president, prime minister, they all have times where when they lose their stuff, when they just lose it. I'm going to share with you a story that illustrates just how sometimes misdirected anger, sometimes when we lash out, um, when we don't understand the whole situation, can be very bad. Can make us lash out at the wrong people. The story goes that Genghis Khan, one of the greatest conqueror in the world's history, was very fond of hunting, and one of his favorite pets was a hunting falcon. That falcon went with Genghis Khan on many, many great hunts and helped him track down many, many prey in many, many places, in many lands. Whichever land he conquered, he would take that bird with him wherever he went. One day, on his way back to the palace from a very long and grueling day out hunting, Genghis Khan saw that there was a little trickle of water that come out from the ground and forming a pool at the foot of a tree. Because the day was very hot and very dusty and very dry, Genghis Khan decided that he really felt like having a sip of water. But dismounting, he went down to the river, or not river, the pool, rather. It's just like tiny, tiny pool formed by the trickle of water that came out from between the rock. He went down to the pool and scooped up a full water skin of water. Just as he was bringing that water to his lip, his hunting falcon came soaring out of the air and smacked the water skin out of his hand, and all the water spilled out and was uh, absorbed by the dusty ground. Annoyed, Genghis Khan uh, said some very not nice thing to the bird. I'm not going to repeat here. I probably wouldn't be able to repeat it anyway since I don't speak Mongolian or whatever language he might have been speaking. Anyway, he scolded the bird very loudly, and then again he bent down and scooped out more water from the pool. Uh, this time the water in the pool was already almost gone. There wasn't a lot of water in there to begin with, and he just wasted a full water skin of it. Again, he lifted the water skin to his lips, and again the falcon came soaring out of the sky and smacked it out of his hand. Again, the water skin fell to the ground, and the water trickled out and got absorbed by the dusty ground. This time Genghis Khan was really, really getting angry. The stupid bird! They're wasting my water. I really need a drink. Again, he bent down, grabbed his water skin, and scooped up what's left of the water from the bottom of the pool is getting all muddy at the bottom and not really palatable anymore. But he was really thirsty. Again, he lifted the water skin to his face, and then, yeah, you guessed it, the falcon came soaring out of the sky and whack! Went down, down went the water skin, and the water, the last bit of water, got soaked into the ground. Genghis Khan was very, very angry. He took his hunting bow off his saddle and fitted an arrow to it and then shot his falcon out of the sky. And just as the bird lay on the ground dying, Genghis Khan went over and stomped on it, stomped the bird to death. Fuming, he decided that if there was water trickling from between the rock, there must be a water source somewhere higher up. So he went off on his own. Genghis Khan, after stomping his bird to death, he went up the hill and following the shape of the land, looking for the original source of the water. Because he was really, really thirsty, especially now he's angry and thirsty and kind of sad because he just killed his favorite bird. A few miles up the hill, yeah, he walked a few miles. Genghis Khan was really badass like that. Um, a few miles up the hill, he finally came upon a great pool of water that was the original source of that trickle of water he saw earlier. And just as he rushed upon the pool to want to drink his fill, he saw that in that pool lay a giant poisonous viper, a dead viper, its poison still dripping from its fang into the water. If Genghis Khan would have drunk from that water skin, he would have died instantly from the venom in that stream, in that little uh, pool of water, because of the dead viper in the original water source. He suddenly understood that his bird did all that for a reason. His bird saved his life, but rather than thanking it, he killed his bird in anger. When he got back to his horse, he picked up the dead bird, brought it back to the palace, and gave it the burial befitting his greatest generals. And when people asked him why would he afford a mere stupid bird such an honor, he said, because this bird has taught me a valuable lesson today. The bird saved my life, but more importantly, it taught me that to be a great leader, I should never lash out at anyone in anger without knowing the full story. And that is the story I'm leaving you with for today. Uh, Before I go, I'm going to leave you with a little Mandarin vocabulary. We already learned how to say thank you, which is 谢谢, S-H-I-A, S-H-I-A. I'm going to teach you how to say you're welcome, which is 不客气, B-U-K-E-C-H-E, 不客气 means no problem, not a problem at all. You're welcome. It was nothing. Also, how do you say I am sorry? Because I'm pretty sure Genghis Khan felt like saying that to his bird. So just in case you have the same kind of situation happen, I want to show you how to say it. How to say I'm sorry is 对不起,对不起. That's D-W-A-B-U-C-H-E. And that, my friend, is our Wisdom Wednesday of this week. I will see you guys again tomorrow. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong.